I just enjoy competing against the clock. I like driving against my friends in really, really cheap cars, door to door, but I don't want to tear up nice cars, so if I'm going to spend a lot of money on a car, I want to compete against the clock.
I mean, time attack kind of always appealed to me because there's a few different classes where, you know, your build's really limited or your build is kind of whatever you could imagine. So I wanted to build the car that I've always wanted and not have to build it to a certain level to fit a specific rule set. And Time Attack was kind of the organization or like the type of racing that offered me that outlet to really build something with, you know, the limit that I wanted or, you know, potentially no limit, and then give me an avenue to like run it, you know, in a competitive format or, you know, just an opportunity to visit some of these tracks with organizations that, you know, just want unique, fast cars.
I've been in love with Time Attack as long as I can remember. I'm a huge motorsport fanatic, drag racing to Formula One. I love it all. Obviously, road racing and Time Attack are kind of my passion. And the thing that I love about Time Attack is that in modern day racing, everything is very constricted. There's rules for everything. It's so tight. In Time Attack, we get the freedom to basically do whatever we want within a certain rule set. I mean, my car is technically a street class car, which is one of the lowest classes, and I've basically been able to do whatever I want within reason, as long as it fits within the rules. So it gives us the freedom to really build the car how we want, have some fun, and build something that's unique. And then on top of that, it kind of just reminds me of the golden era of motorsport, the 70s, 80s, and 90s, where a couple of dudes in a garage could build something really great, versus nowadays where it's teams and teams of engineers. So it's something that I truly am passionate about, and I love Time Attack.
I love the pressure of Time Attack. I love the fact that you've only got, you know, a small session or a couple of laps to win the event. I don't like being judged. I like if there's a mistake or if I lose, it's up to me. It's not up to anyone else.
So we built the car for Pikes Peak, and this is basically the only other sanctioning body that we can compete in and, you know, still win stuff. And COTA is, you know, it's the best track in the country, essentially. It's a Formula One track. I've always wanted to drive here, so absolutely, and this is the best of the best, kind of the cream of the crop, if you will. And the community in Time Attack is, everybody's just so good. Everybody's so pleasant and nice and cooperative. You know, everybody just wants to go fast. We all have a similar passion.
I've had the pleasure of going to quite a few circuits in my day, and when you come to Circuit of the Americas, it just, the second you drive up to it, it just feels special. You can tell that there's something different about it. And being at a Formula One level track is, it's unreal. Like, you step into the pits and you just get overwhelmed by the professionalism, the grandeur, how big it is. It's really cool.
Yeah, Circuit of the Americas is an iconic track to all the video games and everything else. So it's kind of a, you know, a strike off the bucket list.
For us doing Time Attack, a lot of our stuff is either smaller local tracks or, you know, there's some bigger tracks we get to go to, but nothing like this. Like, walking into this place, it's like you're standing in the middle of a soccer stadium and then you realize you're, I don't know, standing in the 10th of this circuit. You know, there's 2 more miles of like what's gonna happen around you. So it's just, the fact that it's so large, it's such a famous and, you know, prevalent track in motorsport, it just really kind of draws you in and you want to come. Like, I always make the joke that it's like when you come here and you stand in pit lane, like, you feel like you don't belong here. Like, you kind of like stepped into like someone's, like, you know, nice house that you shouldn't have walked into, and then, you know, you're like, well, I guess like if I stand here, no one will notice and I can still hang out. So it's very cool that we get to come to a place like this.
In Time Attack, no one's trying to get around you. They don't want to really be next to you because it's going to interfere with their lap. If you go out, you do your best run. You know, you maybe only get 2 hot laps before your car's too hot, your tires are too hot before you can even go faster, so then you go park it. So the facility is really good, but you know, the runoff's really good. The track itself is technical, but it requires power cars, you know, so I've always liked high horsepower cars, and this benefits it. So you get on a smaller track, and, you know, a Miata could be nearly as competitive as you are depending on the layout. Here, you're going to benefit from that power, and you get to experience it on the back straight and the front straight pretty well. So COTA's a lot of fun. And for some reason, the weather's always nice, and I don't know, it just works out great.
never been on COTA before. I've just watched a lot of videos, played some iRacing on it, and watched a lot more videos to try to familiarize myself. So, but 20 turns is a lot, but it's manageable.
The Super Lap battle itself is just, it feels tremendous when you're here. Especially, you know, our 2019 year, it was just a very special occasion, and there's a lot of energy and great atmosphere.
On a full flyer, it really feels like you're connected to the car. It's a little intense because of the power and the aerodynamics matched with, you know, a very sticky street tire. The cars have a pretty high performance envelope, and it really takes everything out of you to get a perfect lap out here. And the track is long, so it's a ton of concentration and very, very focused.
If we geared it right, I would love to do 200 miles an hour, but it's kind of a brick, so drag limited, but it's just amazing to take this thing and wrap it out from a car that, you know, would bog in 5th gear, and then to race, you know, where, you know, some of the heroes in Formula One drive, share that same tarmac is amazing. That opportunity and really the progression of the car, it's unbelievable. It went from, you know, a real boat sort of drive that weighed about 3,400 pounds to, you know, about a lean 3,000 that 0 to 60, you know, it hurts the neck. So it's just a monster now.
I don't know, it is nice to show up in a car you drove to the track and run limited. I mean, I know it's not a normal car, but I love the fact that I bought this car a week ago and I'm driving it, still got paper plates on it. I like showing up and racing cars that a lot of people put in their garage.
It's so much quicker than anything I've driven. The acceleration is incredible. The car feels like it weighs 1,000 pounds less than it actually does. It's amazing what they've done with this car.
Don't mess up, and then you get past that, and then it's, you know, just be smooth and relaxed. You know, nerves are the enemy, and, you know, as clean a lap as possible, learn from the mistakes and try new stuff. You know, find that perfect lap, because it's different for every car and every driver, you know, every style. Somebody likes a car looser or a little bit more tighty, and figuring out how this car cooperates with the track.
It's definitely a mixture of feelings. I've done this for a while now, and you still get those nerves as you're sitting on grid. You know, you're psyching yourself out, you're getting ready for it, you're getting pumped. And then the second you click it into first and take off, all of that disappears, and it's just pure focus. And it becomes, you know, a combination of joy, elation, and then concentration. Naturally, in time attack, the goal is always the record. The record is a 2:22 here, set by the very quick Jackie Ding. So our goal is obviously to beat that, but I know he's going to go quite a bit faster this year, and we hope to as well. So our goal is to run into the mid to high teens.
I know Cole from Pikes Peak, so anytime I can, you know, if I can be within a few seconds of him, it feels good. You know, it's, you know, those cars are amazing what they do, but that's a good benchmark. But really, I gotta feel it out a first couple times, and the competition in this class is pretty stout. So really, just completing and not being a back marker is kind of the goal always.
It's a little scary, you know, when you think back on like the time and the work and effort that went into it, but it's why I built the car. So you kind of, you know, push yourself past that, you know, realize like, you know, things are infinitely repairable if you want them to be, and it's super exciting, you know, a little scary, but, you know, mostly exciting.